idea came to me, it's because it was meant to happen. And this is what a lot of us need to realize. When an idea comes to you, it's because it was meant to happen, and don't allow anybody to second guess yourself. People will not understand your vision, why you need it, why you want to be there, and they will give you their opinions on their perspective, on their experiences, on their mindset, and you cannot allow their limited mindset to become your limited mindset. Hello and welcome to the Stephanie Wellness Podcast, a place for females who want to create a healthy relationship with mind, body, and food. I'm your host, Stephanie Lopez, and I am an entrepreneur and a health and wellness coach. Every week, I will share with you everything that you need to know, along with tips, tricks, and step-by-step strategies that will help you to live a mindful, healthy lifestyle. So get comfortable, grab your feasty, and let's get ready for today's episode. Hello! Alright, so as promised, I wanted to do a quick sit down. Well, I said quick, but I love to talk, so a quick sit down. We're going to try to about my breakthrough moment, my reflections over the last week. So if you're new and you don't know me, I spent last week on a cruise celebrating my 35th birthday. And usually every year I reflect and where I am, where I want to go, about my values and everything. But this one was very special because it's my mid-30s. And 6 years ago, I had this vision of where I was going to be when I was 35. And it was time to sit down and see where the heck and I am, comparing to where I was, to where I am now, and where I expected to be and where I really am. So let's just get it out there and say I am not where near I thought it was gonna be. And if I didn't have the right mindset, which I am completely grateful that I have now the ability to see and recognize thought patterns and stuff like that. But if I didn't have the right mindset, I will be completely hard on myself. I will be in such a low mood vibration right now. I will be really hard on myself. I will be going down depression again, because as I mentioned, I'm not even near, I will say halfway gone through where I thought I was gonna be in 5 years. When you sit down, you make goals, and this is my 5-year vision, and I'm yeah, I'm nowhere near. I decided to focus on the positive and see what I have actually achieved. And to be honest, I am still way far to the front, ahead to where I started. And I am not the same person that I was 5 years ago, and I am literally not even the same person that I was a week ago. And when 22 started, I knew that this was going to be a breakthrough year. I knew that a lot of things were going to change in this year. So this is why I decided that my mantra for this year was going to be to be comfortable with uncomfortable, and to just do it. And if I don't feel comfortable do it, that's where I needed to do it the most. But my mantra every time, I was self-doubting myself, looking for excuses, every time I wanted to do something that was going to take me out of my comfort zone, and I was trying to go back to my comfort, I would be no, get comfortable when I'm comfortable. And that's my mantra every morning, every night, and every time I need it, because I knew that this year I will have to break through a lot of things. And what I did not know, how bad I needed certain things and when they were going to happen. And I feel last week it was the aha moment that it's time now. So when I decided to sit down and reflect about me being 35 and where I am today, where I want to go, I had to check a few things. So one of the things was my values. Our values change, and it's okay for them to change, because if our values don't change, we're not changing, we're not growing. And as I mentioned, I had these values 5 years ago, and then they changed little by little. Last year, I had these values, and even last week, I had these values. And when I sat down and started to see like values and like what was important for me now, where do I want to go, and what I needed for me to be important for me to be where I want to go, almost all of them changed, and I realized that I have changed, and in a good way. It's good to change, and it's good to change our values, but we have to be aware of our values constantly. So it's very important that we sit down and like we ask ourselves questions and evaluate ourselves, evaluate our mental state, physical state, career, like evaluate everything. And yeah, my values was one of the things that I reflected on, and again, I completely changed. The other thing that I reflected was on my boundaries and what I was like saying yes to and saying no to. Like boundaries are physical, mental, and emotional. Like you need physical boundaries, you need mental boundaries, and you need emotional boundaries. Because if there are things that are draining your emotions and not making you feel the best, then you need to create boundaries for that. And you need to create boundaries to protect, your happiness, your joyfulness, your blissfulness. Like we need boundaries. Boundaries are like rules, And I was not having boundaries. I realized that I used to, but I was not anymore. And I needed to create new boundaries. Like that was super, super important. And another thing is my priorities. As when I started this new journey 5 years ago, I decided my priority was going to be my career, my business, and I put this horse thing that you can only focus this way and you cannot look to the side. And what I did was I created a balance of just work, entrepreneurship, personal growth, but I forgot about the balance of being social, adventure, and even talk with males, I haven't gone on a proper date in 7-8 years. Even before I decided that this was my last relationship, was horrible from the beginning, and I wasn't treated right. I didn't fail butterflies or anything, and I realized, I don't even know what it is to talk with a guy. I don't even know what it is to get dressed to go on a date, to say hi at least. And same with friends. Like all of my friends are in the United States, so I didn't have friends, but I did not do anything to meet new friends, new people that I are here in my country, in my town, and I can hang out with. And I was not going out. I was not going like to the movies or dancing to the beach. I was not being adventurous, not by myself and not with friends. And I completely let that down and only focus on here. And now I'm on a point where I realize, and this is the breakthrough I had on the cruise, where I need to now create a balance. On the cruise, I had this mindset that I was going to take all my work stuff and work over there because I was having mental fatigue. I was not being creative. I could not work. I would sit down on the computer and I would be like overwhelmed. And I thought that maybe it's because I needed to work in a different place. I needed an new environment, which I did. But at the same time, I realized that it's because I needed to have fun, enjoy life, live, laugh. I needed to laugh and have interaction with grown-ups. I'm a single mom of 3. I don't have interaction with grown-ups. So I pushed myself during this cruise to walk around, talk with people, sit down by myself on the bar, and meet new people. And I literally met so much amazing people in this cruise, and I made a lot of friendships. And yeah, it helped me to be social and talk with the guy, Not saying that I met the love of my life and I'm dating him or anything, but I talk with a guy. It felt so weird, but at the same time made me realize that maybe this year it's a year, Which, I'll be honest, I did get the message that this year was the year of love. So I think this was the first step for me to the thing that told me, girl, get those things off and allow yourself to talk. And when somebody comes to you, respond, don't ignore it and keep walking, say hi back, So, and get warm, until you finally meet that person, which apparently is going to come this year. I don't know, but we'll see. But for now, I want to really, really, really be more adventurous when it comes to life. Another thing is my health. I stopped prioritizing my health. Yes, health is part of my business. It's part of my lifestyle, but I did not create it a value. My health was not part of my values. My health was not part of my priorities. And I have not created boundaries that will help me to stay on my, keep that value there, I allowed excuses for me to maybe not eat healthy today, or not as healthy today, to not, maybe I am eating healthy, but I'm not taking care of other things that I used to do, like my supplements, my teas, my elixirs. Like, I was not doing all of the things that I was doing to help me stay healthy. And I've been now like starting to feel it, and I realized that my health needed to be a priority again. My workouts needed to be like part of my values, my soul, my everything. Because health for me, life, I love life so much that I know that I cannot just say, oh yeah, I'm living a healthy lifestyle. I needed to make it part of who I am, my soul. And again, it had to be part of my values. We talk about boundaries. So habits and routines. I have completely lost all of my routines. I don't have habits, at least not the healthiest habits that will take me to go where I want to go. Obviously, we're humans and all humans have habits, but I realize that the habits I'm having right now are not completely, they're not totally wrong, because again, I do have this lifestyle, healthy lifestyle, but it's not structured on a way that it will 100% take me to where I want to go. It's going to make the process slower. So I know I need to adjust my habits. And one of the things is that my morning habit, I completely stopped doing it. And I did them in the cruise. And it was so like, oh my gosh, Yeah, I felt myself again. That's the thing. I lost myself. And during this week, I was in a process of finding myself again. And it's not over. I'm still like finding myself again, learning how to talk again and be social and laugh. But yeah, I had to take that moment to seriously sit down, like just me, and like grab a notebook and write down and ask myself questions. And a lot of us don't do that. We do not take the time to ask questions. We think that a lot of things are obvious, but until you do not ask yourself, what are my values, what it's important for me, what boundaries do I need to create or eliminate. In my case, I was having too many boundaries. I need to like put them a little bit down, but we need to do that. And I think I did it this time of the year. I usually do it at the beginning of the year because new year, but I knew I needed to like refresh, like forget about anything I put on 2022 and refresh now for me, because again, I was in a new era of my life. I'm in my mid 30s, I don't have friends, I don't talk with guys, I don't have adventures, I don't go out there with my kids. And I knew that I needed a change, but this was like the breakthrough moment, like, girl, you are 35. How the heck and Bob am I 35 already? Like, oh my gosh, But yeah, I just like wanted to share this with you because for me, this started to happen way before the pandemic. But a lot of us was forced because of the pandemic. And maybe it's going to be hard to get out there. And now that we are starting to get out of there again, maybe we're going to find it hard to know like where to go, where we are now. I think this pandemic did make us think a lot. We had a lot of time with our thoughts, but maybe because we were not structured on what exactly we wanted to think about, we still don't have a exactly roadmap or where we are right now, where that we're going to go and how to get there. So I think that asking about, again, your values, your boundaries, your values, what priorities, focus about your habits, your routines, and about your life, including wellness, health, spirituality, adventure, family. I think we need to ask ourselves questions about each one of them, so that way we can be more clear on where we are, where we're going to go, and how to get there. So hey there, it's Stephanie, jumping right here again real quick because I wanted to share with you something that I've been working with for a very, very, very long time, and I I'm feeling so much proud and joy, and I seriously cannot wait to share this news with you. Are you looking to move forward on your health and wellness and take it to the next level? Have you ever started a new diet or a workout plan and you have either quit without even knowing why you keep doing this again over and over? Or maybe you did finish the program but then you wonder, like, now what? What do I do now? And find yourself later on back again to where you were before you even started that program? Are you paying multiple memberships? And not just that, but also downloaded like multiple apps and you have to keep going back and forward with each one of them. And on top of that, your monthly bills have accumulated and you're like so over it. Then I am super excited to announce to you that Mindful Eating is the perfect platform for you. Mindful Eating is an online health and wellness platform where you get coached, guided, and inspired by me every week so you can create a healthy relationship with mind, body, and food and live a mindful, healthy lifestyle. Over there, you will get weekly live calls, monthly meals and workout plans, access to our book club, and our exclusive Mindful Eating TV shows. You will also have access to our exclusive private community, and there are so many more epic surprises coming for you. It is literally everything you need in one place, one single payment, and only for a fraction of what you are paying right now. If you're ready to take your health and wellness to the next level, transform your life, and be part of an amazing mindful community, I invite you to join us at stephaniewellness.com/mindful eating. Let's create a healthy relationship with mind, body, and food and support each other again at stephaniewellness.com/mindful eating. When it comes to work, the last thing that I wanted to talk about was that I was not treating this business as an official business. I was just going with the flow. This was a side hustle. This was a side hustle. This was something that I love to do, and I was just doing it on the side. But I was not treating it as seriously as I should have, as I really wanted to. A part of me knew that this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. This is my dream. But the other side of me always saw it as a dream and not something that really can become true. And because I did not saw that this can really happen for me, this is meant for me. If this idea came to me, it's because it was meant to happen. And this is what a lot of us need to realize. When an idea comes to you, it's because it was meant to happen, and don't allow anybody to second guess yourself. Because this week when I told somebody my dream, I felt completely uncomfortable because, the blockages, the self-doubt, the imposter syndrome was like, girl, you sound ridiculous. This isn't impossible. This is not gonna happen. And then somebody decided to, introduce herself to the conversation, putting boundaries, but excuses, trying to put me down. And I had to respond to it and not allow it. People will, when you have a dream, when you have something, people will try to put you down. And this again includes career and your health. This is not just career, health, relationship, goals. People will not understand your vision, why you need it, why you want to be there, and they will give you their opinions on their perspective, on their experiences, on their mindset. And you cannot allow their limited mindset to become your limited mindset. You cannot allow for their to go all over you and turn you down and stop you from what you want to be. Because if something came to your mind, it's a message from the universe that it is meant to happen. And if you do the work, it will happen. And it took me that moment to realize I was allowing not just myself but other people to influence on how I feel about my business. And I realized that I needed to make it serious. I needed to create a schedule. and I need to be like more serious about it, because this can happen. If I do the work, my dream will happen. This podcast will be successful. My website will be successful. My vlog, everything that I propose myself to do, because I love this. I love this. But part of me was not seeing it as it was possible for me, and I allowed myself to not do the serious hard work and put my soul out of it. And I'm out of there now. Like, this is what I want to do. I am sick and tired of not living my dream life. I'm not fulfilling my potential, not doing what I'm here on earth to do. And when it comes to work, I had to create a schedule. I had to be focused, and I had to do it with love. Just know that this is what I love, and I want to do what I love. And this is something that I enjoy, and I need to make sure that it stays that way. You know, if I need to delegate, I need to delegate. If I need to do a little extra here so that way I can then delegate, I needed to do it. But I need to make sure that no matter what, I still enjoy what I do, which I totally lost for a second. So anyway, that will be my little thoughts for today. Hopefully inspire you and help you. Again, we are getting out of a pandemic. We're going out there in the world again, and it can be a little bit hard. Maybe you're okay when it comes to the pandemic, but you are like me, realizing that maybe you're in a time in your life where you need to make changes, you know, and ask yourself really deep questions. And hopefully these things will help you to structure your questions and see what's next for you. So thank you so much for being here with me today. And until next time, don't forget to be mindful and enjoy the journey.